everyone, I'm Lynn, and today I want to talk about this zombie apocalypse question that someone sent to me. Real quick before I get started, and before you forget, please go in and hit the like button. It just helps my community grow, and I'm working really hard here to get noticed, so it just helps the algorithm funnel me to the top as much as what I can. So without further ado, I want to get to the question. And full disclosure, before I start, I had done a really long post, and I had even had two different questions that someone had submitted to me and put them out there. They dealt with the beer bug, and it dealt with the beer bug shot. They called it bug juice. It talked about the metal component that was in it, and it starts with the letter G. And they also had talked about a company in the UK that got approved to be able to use this component that had this metal element starting with the letter G, and they were using it for some filtration system over there, and people were trying to figure out what is going on. I did the entire post. I went through it, and then the post magically disappeared. And I don't believe in coincidences, but I do know that blogger that I use is run by Google, and Google probably did not want me talking about this metal component that is within the beer bug shot that has been attributed to some things going on, and people are worried that we are on the cusp of a zombie apocalypse. So that's the scenario, and so this is more of me rehashing what I already put in here, but I definitely think this is interesting and important information I wanted to share. And I love sharing because then it will propel you to open your mind and do your own search and figure out what is true for you. So as I focused on what they are doing, I see that they are injecting this G substance, this metallic substance, into people. They are attempting to figure out how to add it to foods, and there's people on TikTok saying they're putting this graph substance into foods, vitamins, and all this stuff. You're putting magnets on it, and they're seeing this magnetism, and people are like, what is going on here? I do get they really are doing that, but here's the problem. It's not as effective because when they add it in that way, the body has to process it differently, and it gets digested and excreted more than it's absorbed. So it's not as effective. They're not getting it to where they want it to be within your body. For this reason, they need to push the shot because it's the easiest way to get to your system is to get it into your bloodstream. When you're eating it, when you're breathing it through the air, when you're taking it in a vitamin, all these things that they're trying to manipulate, they're doing all these experiments to see what works and what doesn't. You're digesting it out. You are getting a little bit of it, but the true effectiveness comes from the shot, and that is why they keep insisting that you have to get it, and then you have to get the other one, and then 4 months later you get this one. That's why this is never going to stop here. So for them to get the mass population, they're trying to get alternative methods that are just not as effective. So how does this lead toward a zombie apocalypse? That's what this person wanted. Are we on the cusp of one? Is one about to happen? I get this metal component that starts with a Z, stores up in the protein sources, mainly in the brain and the neurological system. Once 5G is directed toward the target, it creates a situation that the target can be controlled because it's attacking this metal component that's within your protein sources within your body. The result may be docile, or maybe you're super aggressive. They haven't quite figured out how to control it. I get that the powers that were don't really know what they're doing, so they're like kids playing with a very powerful and destructive tool. They do know that they have control of the victim, but they have to determine how to manage them once they take partial control of them, if not more than partial control. But they're basically taken over. In some situations, the victim is like a zombie and unable to think freely or think for themselves. So what this person asked in the original question is, they're doing autopsies of people and pulling out really weird substances. What is this? Is this because of the shot? So I wanted to know what's being pulled from people that pass after having the beer bug or bug shot. Is it the metal substance that's visible? Is that what they're pulling out of these veins? It's big, long, stringy things. I get what's being pulled from the deceased or parasites. I don't see the parasites being a result of the shot, but rather the results of the test that they're giving you. I see the Q-tip scrubber, we know where they're putting that, being the tool used to administer these elements at the brain barrier. All of these people that passed that had evidence of the parasites appear to have contracted them via the test that came up affirmative rather than the shot itself. They're putting this in you, and that's why get tested, get tested, get tested. Oh, you don't want the shot? Well, we're going to test you. They're going to try to get to you one way or another. Please, all in all, be safe, be cautious, do your research, and listen to your own internal compass. It really will guide you in the right direction. Just you have to pay attention to it. That's all I have. I will leave you with that. Again, I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Thank you. Bye.